Alright, what's good, guys? CJ here, and today we gotta talk about ZANI because we're having a brand situation going on where a lot of people seem to think that ZANI is going to be trash without certain things in her team, or that she's very limited to the point that, once again, one of the hardest characters to build, and they're already doom posting and fear mongering this character. So I wanted to make this video in particular because we just got information on her kit. As you guys can see right here, we got a lot. And I don't know why Kuro be thinking that we're rocket scientists in this bitch, but her kit is a whole text, bro. We're out here reading encyclopedias because this thing is a whole lot of information. And there are certain things in here that have people concerned. For example, one of the main things that has people concerned regarding ZANI is the fact that this beautiful character does not apply Spectral Frazzle herself, despite being heavily dependent on Spectral Frazzle. Now, I gotta say, I agree. The fact that this character is heavily dependent on Spectral Frazzle, that her weapon relies on Spectral Frazzle, that a lot of her kit relies on Spectral Frazzle, and she herself doesn't apply Spectral Frazzle is a little bit of a problem. It's a little bit of a bummer, per se, right? It is something that I wish they would have done, whether it was in her dupes or even if she only applied very little to where you still would want to run someone else with her. This is a little bit of a bummer, but I'm here to tell you that is not all bad. Now, that's the first part of the video, and I want to tell you guys that while I do agree with everybody's feelings regarding this particular topic, the fact that she doesn't apply Spectral Frazzle, and the fact that that is a little bit of a bummer, there is some good news in here. A lot of people have been comparing ZANI to some other characters, and the fact that this particular character needs characters like Phoebe. A lot of people have been saying, yo, you need Phoebe for ZANI to work. I'm here to tell you that firsthand. Over the last few days and over the last few weeks, I've been literally actively seeing ZANI gameplay from the test servers. Now, I'm not in there myself, so I'm not going to tell you a bunch of information from there, but I will tell you certain things about it. I sat down with the homies that were testing all these things out, and we started testing different ZANI comps, right? We tested her premium comp, which is Shorekeeper, which is going to have Phoebe in it, and she performs amazing, right? She's really good, as expected. You have her premium support or sub DPS character. You have Shorekeeper, that's Shorekeeper. She's amazing everywhere she's put. And she was doing crazy at S0 R1 with relatively mid echoes. And when I say mid echoes, the echoes that I have for my ZANI are already way better. I had farmed ZANI's echoes for a little bit, and they're already way better. So the echoes on the test server were relatively mid, and she was getting 3 stars in tower. She was getting all the holograms beat, you know, pretty damn easy. So it was fun, right? But I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to see if ZANI was really going to be tied to another character, or if she was going to perform pretty good with, you know, the other options. So after this, I decided to use Spectral Rover, Shorekeeper, and ZANI. And she still did pretty good. She still got 3 stars in tower. She still cleared all the holograms. She was still doing what she was supposed to do. Was she doing it a little bit slower? Yes. Was she having a little bit of a harder time clearing content? Yes. But was she still clearing everything 3 stars? Yes. She was doing everything she was supposed to, and she was still doing good damage. So for those of you that keep saying out there, you need Phoebe, you absolutely need her, or ZANI is bricked, that's not the case. Now, will she be doing a little bit less damage? Yes. But she's not going to be out here doing 50 or 60, 70% less damage than the Phoebe comp. But that's not enough. We took it a step further. We took out Shorekeeper. So we decided to go with S Rover and Verena. So pretty much a standard banner character that has been with us since the start of the game, and S Rover, which everybody has. Now, I want to point out that, if I'm not mistaken, S Rover does not have the dupes in the test server. Neither does Verena. And they don't have optimal echoes, and they don't have optimal weapons. So we're using a whole team that's relatively mid to support ZANI. She was still getting 3 stars in tower. She was still clearing the holograms at level 100. She was still doing work. Now, this is from someone that has firsthand seen the gameplay. Just a couple days ago, I was looking at the gameplay, and it was clearing everything, no problem. I'm not talking from number calculations that people have done by juggling numbers on the internet, or what people think from reading the kit. I'm talking about firsthand seeing the gameplay and seeing the clears. So before anybody over here talking shit, before anybody's doing posting and you guys are getting nervous about, you know, pulling for this character, yes, she's a little bit restricted in the fact that you are going to have to run her with characters like S. Rover, and you are going to have to run her with characters like Phoebe, or in the future, Sia Kona, if you want to get a little bit more from her, right? You're going to want to run her with characters that are able to apply Spectral Frazzle to get more out of her. The more Spectral Frazzle, the better they apply it, the better ZANI's going to perform, like every other character, right? That's obvious. But you don't necessarily have to have Phoebe. You don't necessarily have to have these specific characters to have ZANI do work and clear. Now, the next topic we was talking about, right, is that people were saying that this sucks, that ZANI's so restrictive when it comes to her gameplay. And I will agree, like I've said at the beginning of the video, she's kind of restricted when it comes to the fact that she does need Spectral Frazzle and she doesn't apply it. You want a teammate that applies the Spectral Frazzle. But I was talking to the chat earlier, right? And there's characters like Jin Shi. I don't know about y'all, but if you're watching this video and you're a Jin Shi main, let me know. Do you play Jin Shi by herself? Or do you run her with characters that optimize her rotations? Be it the free-to-play option Yuan Wu, be it Yin Lin, be it Sesha, or be it Cantarella. You still run her with characters that optimize her rotation. Now, she's not as bricked when it comes to the fact that she can still do her rotations even without these characters, but let's not sit here and pretend that if you play with a Jin Shi with a team that doesn't do coordinated attacks or help her build up her bar faster, she's gonna be fun. She's gonna be absolutely bricked. She's gonna be boring to play. She's gonna be slow as hell to deal damage. So this is not the first time. Let's also not pretend that characters like, for example, Carlotta doesn't perform a lot better with her premium support or sub DPS like Sesha. So this is exactly the same. While yes, she's a little bit more restricted, we're not going to sit here and act like this is the end of the world. You guys ain't about to pull a Brant that before this motherfucker even dropped, people were on the internet making videos doom posting him because, oh, he can't have his max ER easy. You can't get to his max ER requirements very easily. He's going to be a character that breaks your account. Oh, you don't have Phoebe? ZANI's going to break your account. I just want to let y'all know, this doesn't come from a guy that is just reading the description of this character's kit. This is coming from a guy that's actively watching gameplay. Matter of fact, today, I'm going to watch more gameplay. We're going to be looking at duped gameplay for people that are thinking of duping their ZANI. We're going to look at S1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to see what this character can do if you were to dupe it. And I'm telling you right now, even at S0, R1, with the free-to-play team, she's still doing work. So that's just my take, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section, what you have been hearing. And at the end of the day, keep in mind, this character does a lot more than some others when it comes to their kit. It's not just about the damage, but there are some things in ZANI's kit that makes her quite interesting to play. Damage negation and things like that are quite interesting. The fact that she kind of freezes the enemy, some of the things that, you know, the whole Frazzle characters do is pretty damn interesting. So overall, I think ZANI is absolutely fine. If you guys want to get ZANI, but don't like Phoebe, don't feel bad. It's going to be the same as if you like Carlotta, but don't like Sesha. There's other teams you can run that are going to allow her to do the damage that she's supposed to do. But yeah, man, that's just my take. And I just want to let you guys know, she's still fire as hell. She still looks damn good. And if you want to pull her because you like her, by all means, go ahead and get her. And also, don't expect this whole, you know, characters dropping, needing other characters to be a one-time thing. I'm sure we're going to see it a lot more. I'm sure that maybe in the future, we might see a character like Cartethia need Sia Kona. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But there's a lot of element, you know, features that are getting added into the game. So this might be a thing that starts happening a lot more. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my whole take regarding this thing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. And let me know what you guys think. You guys watching the stream right now, let me see what you guys think. Because we got a lot of people out here that have a little bit of an opinion regarding this, right? Some of the people were saying that it sucks that she's living it like that. Other people were saying that it's not fair, the fact that she doesn't apply frazzle, and I agree with y'all. But we have a lot of people out here talking about it, and we have a lot of people in our community that have been doing calculations for ZANI for days, weeks, and months. We've been following numbers, we've been following leaks, all that good stuff. We've been keeping up with it because we really like this character. So once again, my chat is here. You guys watching, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. If you're willing to pull ZANI and you don't have Phoebe, it's not the end of the world, but she will be better with Phoebe. It's that simple. For now, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.